Hello everybody, it is Lisa Brown with Brown Eyed Girls Crafting. We're taking one of these Dollar Tree ornate looking frames that you can pick up. This is one of the square ones. I have some of the oval ones, but I thought the square one would work a little bit better with this rice paper that I'm going to use. I'm just using a little sponge dauber. It gets down in those little crevices easier, and we're just using some Waverly plaster paint. I'll go ahead and get the inside, and I'm drying it as I go, that way I don't get paint all over myself. And after I got it all dried, I decided to take the Tim Holtz Black Soot color, and we're going to put it on pretty heavy, but then I'm going to wipe it back because I kind of want maybe a grayish tone to this frame on top of all this plaster color. I did get it darker in some places, but we're going to wipe it all back. And if you get too much, you can always go back in and put a little bit of white over it. I'm going to put just a little bit over the edges, and some places I got just a little bit too heavy-handed. I went ahead and took a wipe and just kind of wiped it back just a little bit, just to give it a little grayish color. Now I'm going to take my wipe and I'm going to go around all of that, and you can see I took off quite a bit. I wanted to have kind of a gray tone to it and a little bit of the creamy white. I'm going to take the cardboard side of the insert because it does take the paint a little bit better than that black plastic feeling side. And I just put a coat of the plaster paint on it. We're going to dry it. And I'm going to go ahead and put some Mod Podge on it. We're going to spread it around. And I'm looking for my parchment paper, and I couldn't find it. But this Cricut iron has a Teflon bottom on it. So I took a chance and used that to iron my paper on it, and it worked. It's not something I would do every time, but in a pinch it would work. Now I'm just taking my frame and seeing where I want these cute little birds. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. I absolutely love it. It looks like they're sitting in cherry blossoms, and it is so pretty. I'm just kind of guiding myself where that back is. You can see here I'm just carefully going over this with my bottom of my Cricut iron. And then we're going to lift it up, and we're just going to cut away all the excess paper. And that had a good chunk of paper at the bottom, and we're going to keep that for a different project later on. I'm going to go ahead and take that little cherry blossom off the top there. To me, it looks like a cherry blossom. It may not be, but it does resemble one to me. I'm going to go ahead around the edges and just cut out a little bit of that, and I'm going to put it up there in the corner so that we still have some of that on our paper. I put just a little bit of Mod Podge on it. And it probably would have looked a little better if I would have feathered it, by tearing the edges, but it was so small. I went ahead and just put it on. I made sure my edges were really good and adhered to it, and it really looks cute. It just gave it something up in the corner. I'm going to use a spray sealer on this, so I didn't put any Mod Podge over the top of it. Now I'm just making sure I get it set in right to this frame, and I'm just flipping it over and popping it into those 4 little corners there. And now I'm sliding in one end and putting those together, and then pulling my frame open just a little bit so that this cardboard will sit down in snugly. I hope you guys all enjoy this short little video. I want you guys all to have a great day today, and I'll see you guys all later today.